What's up, everybody? It's Wednesday. Happy Void Jumpers Wednesday, my favorite Wednesday of the week. I brought this prop to my welcome this week. What's up? We're doing a live stream on Twitch. That much you know. We're going to play Monster of the Week. It's a game created by Michael Sands, and it's really fun because it focuses on character and narrative. The rest we've kind of exploded into our own sci-fi, fantasy, magic-wielding spaceship game. I'm Jesse Keeter. I rock. Let's bring in my friends.
Jesse.
You jerk
before I got my cereal? What the hell is this?
The timeline is set for us, man. We didn't make this decision.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Everybody, hold up.
It's a sacred time.
We got that Jake Jilly motherfucking hairdo in the bottom right corner of my screen.
Yes. He loves it.
It's so long and so greasy. I don't know when. No, Mark. You motherfucker. Yeah, I'm just eating fucking cereal. I see you smiling. You slimy little ottoman. You little pincushion. Take you to the car wash.
What do you think an ottoman is?
I don't need pushback on my insults, Miller.
They're the ones with the Empire, right? They had that whole city and everything.
Yeah.
That you can put your feet on and get comfortable.
The big old rindy piece of
Casey's, right. It's not a grapefruit. It could also be furniture. Which I think would tie into him also calling Mark a pincushion.
Yep.
Because an ottoman is kind of like the most pincushiony furniture you can get.
All right, Mr. Curtain Rod, why don't you just hold up some curtains in the living room, block the light, you son of a gun.
I could use something like that right now.
Shots fired.
Okay.
So is that going to be a new perk? Is someone pays like $15 and then Connor just comes up with the most random insults he can think of?
For you, I'll do it for free.
Okay, that's enough out of both of you. Do we have a democracy corner today?
We have a very brief one today.
I'm going to kick it over to you then before we
all
get
right,
cracking.
Sounds good. Happy Trans Day of Visibility, everybody. That's what I'm talking about today. I'm just going to be real quick because I want it to be more of a celebratory thing because I am so happy to have trans people in my life as my friends and my family. And I hope that you are too. And the link that I'm going to drop in the chat is just tips on how to be a better trans ally from GLAAD, which is a great organization if you are not already a part of it or following what they do. But that's it. We love you. There's the heart and how to make the heart.
Oh.
Or the Korean if you prefer.
Right.
I mean, that's really cute.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
A lot of options. A lot of options for love in the world.
Dip it in my almond milk.
Suck the blood off of it. Okay. Let's play Void Jumpers. Mark, you want to let that recap roll, please?
Play that big. I know that there is seniority involved. I haven't gotten to kick a door in a long time. I was wondering if maybe anybody would mind if I kind of just took dibs on this door.
Captain Gorch, I think it's important to note that there has been a inconsistent method for selecting door kicking thus far.
Does this thing have a safety on it?
I am the army. I'm here to save your asses.
What the fuck was that? Yeah, you better watch. You come down here, undercut my prices. You never seen anything. You got this stiff upper lip. I bet you seem like you smell something bad, huh?
A hulking, purple, crystalline behemoth come tearing into the crater.
Oh, hi, guys.
And when you all look over to Tag this time, he's just Tag. Except he's got a lot of fucking magic swirling around him with the direction of his fingertips. And he says,
Sayonara, bug.
Lisa, animal,
What?
extinct.
Centaurs.
Yeah. This is how we'll set it up this time. Let's give it another take. All right. I'm gonna give you a slow pitch, and then you give us a blackout line. Okay.
Mhm.
Tag stands there, poised, and we can see that the technician in the light booth has his finger hovering over the button that will turn off all the lights in the theater. And in this moment, Tag says,
Don't call me Shirley, bird.
blackout.
I nailed it. I fucking
Nailed it.
nailed it.
Yeah, for
Guys,
sure.
I nailed it.
I think we're gonna try and lean on having Tag kind of do like the blackout line from now on.
We also got a tip from Thing.
Oh, what is it about?
I don't know. It said Thing tips $25, and they also gifted a sub to Trin.
Nice.
That's so awesome. Thank you, Thing.
Thank you, Thing.
Can I offer up a potential pitch for Tag's closing one-liner there?
Please.
All right. So the beast is there. Your finger is hovering over the button. The wind is whipping through Tag's hair. The magics are swirling around him, and he just kind of like his jaw looks particularly stoic and yet simultaneously loose, and he says, "Karma, karma, karma, chameleon."
Oh,
Good.
that's a good one.
Yeah, that one actually makes sense.
That one is so bad that it's excellent.
Yep.
I mean, it's
All
no
right, does anybody-
or a bug, but
We all kind of represented the different stages of grief with Casey's thing. There was like denial and anger and acceptance, and we all kind of manifested one of those responses.
all right, I
Uh,
recanted. I recanted. All right, I apologize.
Anybody need to level up?
No, but I just want to say the 5 stages of grief is bogus. And we keep referencing it in popular culture, and a lady literally just made it up. If it helps you, great. But it is also not like a prescribed way that things have to go or necessarily should go. That's my PSA for today.
Where was this information when I was dealing with the death of a parent?
You got to start from scratch, man.
Ah, okay. That's all right. I got one more shot to get it right.
Oh, and the reward for the darkest joke of the night goes to Connor, uncontested.
12, man. You don't know where we're going to go. You don't.
Woo! Woo! You could always marry and get in-laws, you know.
Okay. Yeah, it's like buying extra tickets at the raffle.
Yeah, dude, you just keep getting married. Boom, endless parents.
So is that what Sam was doing?
Yeah, he
Sam,
hasn't really figured out how to grieve correctly, so he's just giving it a couple more tries.
yeah, it didn't work out super well.
Sam's still dead.
Yeah,
Oh no!
Sam is very much dead. He doesn't get any more chances on that.
Okay, nobody needs to level up.
Oh, I leveled up last time.
What did you take?
I took deflection.
Oh yeah.
With
Okay.
Or the EM. Shit.
The magic EMP.
Ah,
Trin, I also remembered how your bombs work. Individually, they just deal good damage, but together they create an implosion powerful enough to lock somebody down. You were on that anyways. I just remembered and am therefore reaffirming.
And we have only placed 2 of them.
Yeah, and they're underneath his little frill.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what's up. We're gonna jump in. The last thing we saw was Tag standing in the middle of swirling energy, and he looks to the chameleon and says,
Hasta la vista, you little inchworm.
okay. Standing before you is a rather large chameleon with twisting telescopic eyes. The creature boasts a spiked frill, armored scales, and shards of bone down its spine. Its claws resemble the dexterous hands of a human, though they are capped with sickle-shaped claws. At the top
Plastic inchworm.
the phase state which you are fighting this beast in has transformed into a dense, bloom-infused jungle. We're going to start off this round, as we so often do, with Puck.
Excuse me. I waited until it was my turn. I waited until I had initiative to cough. That's not my only action for the round. Puck runs forward, jumps, and curls up into a little ball and starts rolling towards the chameleon like a giant bowling ball. And as he gets closer, spikes pop out of the bowling ball, and he tries to crash right into the chameleon.
Okay. Roll kick some ass, please.
I love it.
That is a 13.
Okay. What is your damage?
I think Puck does +3 or 4, I believe.
It's like the Gerudo in Breath of the Wild.
I was going to say, yeah.
Let's just assume 3. That sounds more reasonable, I think.
Okay. What you feel when this happens is not all of this damage gets through. Though you did last session successfully knock an armor tier off of this boss creature. You recently attacked this thing, Puck, when the world around you was this massive swirling void energy, and you felt lifted by it and empowered. This time, that is missing. If anything, you feel a bit heavier, though it doesn't seem to be actively affecting your stats in a negative way. You're just not getting that boost now that the energy has changed. But you do smack into this thing as a ball full of spikes and knock it out of the way. And you see these spikes just rake down its armor. Which brings us to Rex.
All right. I think it's time to try some more 6 stunts to try and get that third and final bomb in position.
Mm-hmm.
So let's roll to see what kind of 6 stunts I'm going to do.
All right.
Okay, 6. Oh, wait. Do I have a +1?
Well, Thing gave a tip. Usually he favors you because he knows that you have such a tough time kind of sticking the landing.
He's very thoughtful that way. But is that a yes that I have a +1?
Mark, are you on chat? Are you able to weigh in this moment? Is that tip that Thing gave us for a +1 to anybody? In particular, I think Rex is hoping it's hers. Okay. Describe to me what exactly you're trying to do there, Rex.
Oh,
with
wait!
this bomb.
You have one.
I just remembered. I don't even need it because I have my thing where I got hurt. So I have a +1 going forward.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. That gives you a mixed success?
So 10, my friend.
A 10?
10.
All right, whatever, fine. The thing just says, with a 10+, you do 6 stunts, my dude. With 2 exclamation marks. So tell us how you stick that bomb onto this thing.
So what I'm going to do is like the coolest, fastest, superest slide of all time. Like if you had one of, what are those slides as a kid called? The ones with the water, not a water slide.
Slip and slide?
Yeah, slip and slide. Like the world's longest slip and slide. So I get a really good running start and then I just start sliding. And my goal is to get underneath this chameleon, and right when I'm in that perfect spot in that little soft, squishy underbelly, I dig Graflex in. So it's like when you pull the emergency brake on a car to do that cool spin. And so I just go flipping up into the air and I slap that sucker right on his softest, most vulnerable part.
Okay.
Eyeballs.
They actually look like they're in armored little telescopes, so they're not the softest spot. Yeah, Puck rolls by and smashes this thing just as Rex slides in afterwards and flips up over it and clicks in this device. It now has 2 underneath its frill and 1 on the back of its neck, in between 2 of its spines. And Rex, you land alongside the creature, which brings us to Bryn.
But in like that superhero stance where I've got like, one arm down on the ground.
And the dust kind of like around you. Yeah.
Exactly.
I would like to encase it in a barrier so it can't go anywhere.
Okay. How would you like to do that?
Aren't there buildings all around us?
No, right now those buildings have been overtaken by a rapidly and aggressively growing forest. Picture like the scene in Jumanji where the vines just start like crawling over the house. That just consumed the entire city, and that purple city is now gone, and the entire phase state is now dense bloom energy.
Oh, well then can I use that to my advantage and use the vines to reach out and entrap the chameleon?
You may.
I'll do that.
Okay. I think this is going to be... You've got a barrier spell, so we're just going to rock with that. It's not going to give you a stacking negative this one time. Just roll barrier. What?
I don't want to take this away from Lisa, but I also want to save her a move. Did we end the last session trapping it in the vines? I guess I'm half asking chat since us dumbos have no idea.
No, because what ended up happening at the last session, it switched over to this energy right before we blacked out on your really sweet line. You had kind of like grabbed the energy as it was transitioning. Yeah, the vines were creeping.
Okay.
By the way, I just checked in on chat a little bit, and I want to see more guesses about what Jesse's shirt stands for.
Thank you.
So far,
I'll give you a
I've seen
hint.
are, you must check my butt.
That's really wonderful. Whose was that?
That was from our buddy Voodoo Lou Kerensky.
Hey, thank you, Voodoo Lou.
Lou.
I will tell you that this game happens frequently when I wear this shirt. The best one I've heard is Young Man's Christian Mariachi Band.
Ooh.
All right, roll it, Lisa. Bryn.
Sorry to step on your momentum there, Bryn.
That's okay. It's a 13.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. Everybody's rolling really good today. Tell us how these vines encase the monster, please.
You betcha. They just start reaching slowly as it's running, and they travel up the... What does the monster look like? It's like
It's
a
a giant chameleon.
Okay.
So it looks like anything you want it to look like. That is my understanding of how chameleons work.
It looks like a giant gecko thing. But that can
That's a gecko.
gecko. It's like a giant gecko.
Years of marketing campaigns have gone into clarifying this exact difference.
What?
Making fun of corporations and their poorly used advertising dollars.
No, well, it's a gecko. It's a giant gecko, and the vines are starting to curl around its little legs. Actually, they're big legs, but they're still little. And
It's
wraps
big
it around,
legs.
like, its midsection, and it comes around its arms, and it wraps it up, and it puts it up like standing up. So it's like stuck. It's almost upright, like it's
Sure.
on a stake.
With this, you do feel when you reach out to grab this energy and interact with the vines in particular, as soon as you try and reach out and grab bloom energy while the phase state is in its current mode, you just feel this surplus of energy lift this spell up and easily entwine this chameleon and lift it. And as it is climbing towards the air and the spell is kind of culminating, you just feel this like little in your robe pocket.
Oh my god, is Bryn tooting?
No.
She let out a bunch of little farts?
If she was, she looked very confused about it.
I pull
And
out-
you can see now there's this like where the little the portal that you guys used, which was shrunk down to a much more manageable peephole that the others outside are holding for you, there is this like line of what looks like lightning energy coming in through and connecting with Bryn's pocket. It is the only other energy that is visible in this place besides Bloom, and it just keeps going.
I reach into my pocket, and
And your vid screen is vibrating.
I'm like, oh my god. I turn around and I answer it. I'm like, oh
The screen says "Mom."
god. I turn it on.
Bryn,
Yeah, it's not a good time.
are you in the phase state?
Yeah, I'm in battle right now. See? And I turn it so she can see the chameleon. I did that.
Wow, excellent use of your spells, Bryn. This is crazy.
Yeah, I called you like 2 days ago. I was trying to warn you. I think something weird's going on in Silva Celesso.
Yeah, weird stuff is going on at Silva Celesso. Thanks. That's why I haven't been able to call you back.
Oh, okay. Well, as soon as we wrap things up here, we're heading over there.
Bryn, I realize this isn't a great time, but I don't think you should come here.
Why? You think it's going to be more dangerous than this? And I show her everything again. Hello?
It just cuts to like we're flying through the like vines are grabbing us. It's just like catching us around,
smashing shit.
Yeah.
Puck's just like rolling around in these spike balls, crushing things behind Bryn. And she says, "Yes, Bryn, I understand. That is very cool. Believe me, it looks great, especially in landscape. But look, I fear that I am not going to be able to leave this place. And so I worry that you coming here will kind of resign you to the same fate. I'm not trying to be cryptic. I just realized his tag is flying behind you through the air. It just seems like now's not a great time."
Hi, Mrs. Summoner.
Hi,
Hey,
Tag.
Bryn's mom.
Hi, Puck.
Ah!
Well,
Uh,
I don't think I really have a choice. I think we really pretty much have to come there.
I was going to ease into this, Bryn. I promise you. I just know time is short. So this is not what I thought. This council meeting was not called for the reasons I would have expected, and I'm trying to figure it out now. It is a bit busy here. The danger is not overt. I just have a sinking suspicion that something is happening behind the scenes, and I am doing everything I can to find out what it is. But I also think that I am trapped here on Silva Celesso.
Okay, don't worry. We'll save you. I'll call you when we're out of here, and we can talk a little bit more about it. Just try to stay alive.
Yes, Bryn, thank you so much. You too. I love you.
I love you too.
Click. And Tag, you are now back on you. The creature is swirled up in these vines. They are whipping all over the place.
So, what I'd like to do, ever since last week, I just have an image of Tag just having a round of fisticuffs with this thing. He's in his element. He's in the phase state. I think that he's feeling himself. You know what I'm saying? But we can't just magically make him a bruiser. So what I was thinking is that I could sort of pay in a couple rounds of action to set that up later. Essentially take this round to continue kind of juicing himself up so as to be able to deliver a real solid haymaker maybe next time.
Yeah, for sure. Just roll use magic for me to give me a baseline here.
11.
Wow, it's really fun to play this game with you guys today. Believe me. Yeah, here's what happens. And actually, let me figure out how exactly it happens. A rare instance where I will be rolling dice.
You know, you can just make this thing more indestructible, Jesse.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know its hit points.
Just don't worry about it, okay? I'm getting repeats here. That's the only reason I'm rolling these. I've rolled 4 1s in a row.
Wow.
That means you should
Okay,
just
cool. Yeah, so here's what happens, Tag. As you are harnessing this energy at the end of this combat round, you feel the phase state start to shudder around you again. And your grip on the energy slips for just a moment before you rein it back, as it did when you were grabbing the void energy. And just like that last time, this bloom energy crumbles to ash in your hands, and you see all of the vines erupt in flames. And the world around you just catches on fire. Any places that aren't actively burning are just like glowing red embers. It has a bit of a strange sensation because you're not all like bursting into flames. It is not injuring you, but you can tell that this energy is right there. And Tag, you are able to get your hands back around it. And so taking this time to figure out what's going on is going to cue you in that not only can you get a hold of this stuff, but it seems to be alternating at certain intervals.
Okay. So that fire was not of my doing. That is the natural evolution of this chameleon's switches through. Okay.
Yeah. And you can see now.
Figure out how to ask, like, how does Tag feel about this fire?
Just give us a little bit.
Oh, I understand. I was clarifying if Tag was creating it himself, or if it was happening.
Oh, got it. Yeah. I thought maybe you just wanted to let us know how you felt about it a little bit.
Toasty.
Okay, which brings us back to Puck.
All right. So, technical question. Do regular attacks automatically do 1 damage? Is that the base, or does it only do your modifier in damage?
What do you mean?
So, like, if a regular person were to punch somebody, and they have 0 modifier, does it do 0 damage, or would it do like 1? I'm asking because I checked on my bonuses and it's higher, I believe, than I had anticipated.
What is it?
Well, he has a thing called Claws of the Beast. So with his modifier and Claws of the Beast, he gets +4. So I didn't know if that was in addition to whatever the weapon being used was, or if that was the attack.
The modifier is kind of like in D&D when you're rolling to attack, the modifier would apply to your dice roll, but then the weapon or Claws of the Beast should just have like a damage that it does.
Right. Okay, cool.
I think it's 4, right?
Yeah, it's 4.
Okay.
Casey being all sly, trying to be humble about doing 4 damage.
All right, I'm gonna roll. Oh gosh, I'm always tempted to describe what I want to do first, but since the dice ultimately determine
Tag such a shame that Haydad's asked you all to head to Silval Celesso. Such a shame Tag has to go back to the monastery to open a door. If only Bryn's mother knew what fate her daughter's parallel was facing.
Who can read me just the first sentence of that? It takes me a second to get on the wavelength with the robot voice.
Such a shame that half-dads asked y'all to head to Silva Celesso. Such a shame Tag has to go back to the monastery to open a door. If only Bryn's mother knew what fate her daughter's parallel was facing.
Now, it's hard to read tone into both the robot and Casey, but I smell some sarcasm. Perhaps it is not a shame, but intriguing storytelling. Who are we thanking for that?
Who do you think?
Merc?
Yeah.
Oh, Merc. Thanks, Merc. I will use
Merc.
it not unintelligently.
Okay. Puck, roll your dice.
All right.
Thanks,
So I've decided that I'm just going to tell you what I'm trying to do, and then I'll let you goof me up when I roll whatever I roll. So, the chameleon's up in the vines, yeah.
Which are now burning, and so it is starting to fall down in like kind of through this pillar of fire.
The chameleon is.
Yeah.
Okay, so Puck unfurls like a roly poly, or like a porcupine that was like porcupine. I've always called it a porcupine. That's so funny. I've never really thought about that. That's not a real thing. Okay, so like a porcupine and porcupine.
Porcupine's way cuter. I would stick with it.
Porcupine. is
Popple.
Yeah.
Or like a popple.
Oh, well, yeah, like a popple. Yeah.
A what?
I don't know.
A popple was like a little creature toy that wrapped in a ball, and it was like a blanket ball thing that went over it. It was a big toy in the 80s.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway,
So, Puck sort of like springs up as agilely as a giant purple crystalline behemoth can, and
We've learned that he's quite agile.
and he sort of appraises the descent of the chameleon, takes a few steps back, runs forward, and he's going to try to jump and do a Pele soccer kick of the chameleon as it's coming down. And as he flips upside down, you see a lot of his mass go down into his leg and into his foot, and his foot becomes this huge, like, big bad boot.
All right, roll kick some
Big
ass.
bad boot, you say.
That's a 9.
Okay, you do just that. The only complication is that on the chameleon's flight away, it does turn around and rake its claws up along your leg, Puck, which does 3 harm physical, just for its claws.
Hey, that's my leg.
And it hits the ground and rolls through a couple more columns of fire before standing up. And you can see that in the space between its little telescope eyes, it is now collecting quite a bit of fire. And it is approaching you with this ball of energy that is growing above its head. Bryn. Oh, sorry, no, Rex.
Remind me, the OSI device, for all intents and purposes, has disappeared and transformed into this chameleon.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, you assume it's not on CNEC anymore, and instead there is this monster.
But there is nothing on this particular monster that you would look at it and think like, aha, that is where the device has gone.
Correct.
Got it. So Rex is dodging these embers that are falling from the sky and these flaming bits of vine that are everywhere, and yells back to the team, "I've placed all 3! Do we detonate now?"
well, can you clear it first?
Do you mean get away from it?
Yeah.
Puck has just Pele kicked it a considerable distance. Rex was standing next to that column of flame and still is, but the chameleon has since rolled away.
I mean, he's pretty far away right now.
Okay.
Are you looking for a conversation? Blow the fucking
I
phone
just
up.
want some input. It's
Yeah.
a very big decision because maybe we were trying to bring this device back. I don't know.
I just
Fireworks.
conversation with-
Fireworks.
Yeah, fireworks. But
All right, if there's any kind of agility roll that I need to pull out this detonator under pressure.
It is not.
All right.
You went to a lot of trouble to get those bombs.
but we get a bonus for like a sneak attack, right? Because it has no idea what's coming.
Even though you're like, hey, should I use our secret weapon on the boss now?
Yes.
3 bombs?
All right.
You click that, and there is an influx of energy as these things implode. The entire phase state, the fiery aspect of it, collapses around you and is sucked into an orb around the chameleon, which now resembles those shields of magical energy that have encased the planets that you've been seeking to rescue. And there is now just this giant flaming orb resting in this more recognizably neutral phase state to those of you who access this place often. And it is just sitting there containing the chameleon.
I think that's what it was supposed to do.
Chameleon's in the orb like we've caught a Pokemon?
Nice.
That's so cute.
So, this is what's up. Technically, the creature is not defeated, but you have used a device, and the device is working. We can jump out of initiative if you guys want to like narratively resolve this combat. It would technically be Bryn's turn next, but you have Pokeballed this thing, so there's no immediate danger.
Can you suck it into your stiff?
I mean, maybe.
I don't. Well, we've seen what that thing can do to a robot. I mean, not to doubt your powers, Bryn, but I don't know that I would want to entrust it with any human, even you.
Should we put some more smishing on it?
I'd like to investigate this mystery.
Please do.
Oh boy. I'd like to use the point from Merc, not unintelligently, to bring this up to a 7.
2 questions.
Okay. Let me peruse. I think. I'm looking for the kind of metamorphosis that has taken place. I'm looking for traces of the OSI device.
Sure. You guys have time enough to send out your little magical feelers. This is a realm of pure magic. You can tell it's in there. I hadn't originally intended this, but the imagery just evokes such a nostalgic place in my heart. We are going to say it has been shrunk down to Pokeball size and is just floating in the air. You can tell that the OSI device is in there, and so is the creature.
I'm going to ask what happened here in reference to the melding of creature, like where the device begins and the creature ends and vice versa, how a creature came from this thing. If that in fact is what it is.
Yeah, this would be one of those elemental ancient beasts that you have come up against on each of the planets. And it somehow must have been either activated, targeted, like somehow when the OSI device made its big rip into this planet, that creature was then pulled into the whatever is going on with the device. And that would have just been contained in there.
The creature contained in the device.
Yes. So when the creature was part of the like power that this thing had, it was corrupted with this thing. When it was implanted onto CNAC, all of that was kind of caught up in what was fucking with him. When you guys separated the two, the creature then became its avatar. But you would, as Rex had been suspicious of, imagine that wherever the device is, it is inside this creature, kind of creating it as an avatar. But it is giving off that very powerful old void magic in the way that the scorpion was given off the bloom and the snake was given off the fire. This thing is giving that off. It is not corrupted by malice this time, however. It has been corrupted by this device. And these creatures, if you remember, were all called forth as part of a defense mechanism for the planet. And so it must have been wrapped up in whatever the rift was, the shield that happened, and when the company got involved, there was just this nasty little orgy of magics.
Can I separate them?
I think you could try.
If anyone can, Bryn.
I can use force of will.
Sure. I'm just going to bring it up so I know what the hell I'm talking about. When you apply your will to dispelling a magical effect, blocking a spell, or suspending a phenomenon, that sounds apt, roll plus magic. On a hit, momentary magics are canceled completely and long-lasting spells and effects are suspended temporarily. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Don't film me. Don't film me. 11.
Cool. Yeah. So I think the way that this happens is, just tell us what it looks like when you cast this spell, Bryn. I think I know what it does to the Pokeball, but I want to know what it looks like when you summon this magic.
When I summon the magic? Well, does magic look different in the phase state?
Yeah, it looks to me like you're in fucking Tron, you know? Like, there's trace lines on everything. Everything is just obviously represented by its elemental color. Yeah.
I feel like Force of Will is coming from me, from Bryn, so it's gold and crackling magic that comes out.
Cool.
And I think it, basically what it does is it hits the Pokeball, and then it starts slowly ripping it apart. And you see the chameleon, and you see the Osai device, and they start slowly separating from each other. And it makes really horrible screeching noise.
Yeah. Okay.
Good detail. Very good detail.
Everybody sees this. You guys do fights so weird. I gotta like skip around in my notes because you do some weird stuff.
We just punched it a bunch, and then we caught it like a Pokemon.
Okay.
I clearly knew my implosion bombs were going to do.
Oh yeah, what is weird about it? We punched it a bunch and then set off the bombs that we had planned for like 2 weeks.
Sometimes I think you guys are just gonna have a harder time doing stuff. You know, there's a lot of good rolls.
Yeah, man. It's been like a year that we've been doing this. I don't know what to tell you at this point.
That's also with me forgetting that Puck ignores armor with his attacks.
Oh, wow.
So here's what's up. Everybody sees Bryn send out this crackling gold energy and start to split the Pokeball in half. Her staff, the moment that the Osai device and the chameleon separate, her staff jerks in her hand.
Oh, fuck.
And it's lurched forward into the Pokeball, coming to a place in between the Osai device and the chameleon. Everybody else, not Bryn, everybody else sees this happen, and the moment that takes place, everything here freezes. It's like the phase state goes on pause. All of you can still move, but CNAC is no longer moving. The energy that's around you is no longer swirling. The tracing is gone. But Bryn, you find yourself standing atop an arid, sea-swept cliff. There is a disturbance in the air before you. Once you recognize it, you see the way in which the sea in the distance is slightly blurred, but only slightly, as though a very effective illusion hangs in the air in front of you. What do you do?
Wait, did you say that I see the... I was too wrapped up in hearing singles. Did you say that I see the chameleon?
It's like there's a Harry Potter wearing an invisibility cloak standing right in front of you. There is something being concealed by an illusion that is distorting the sea behind you.
I would like to bow.
All right. My very next fucking note is the chameleon bows before you. So yeah, the invisibility illusion peels off of it in this burning purple void energy, and the chameleon bows before you. This has happened to you a couple times now. You know that normally what happens is the creature disintegrates and whatever and goes into your staff and all this cool stuff. But this time, there's this very long pause. It's just this awkward moment where the two of you kind of expect this vision to stop at any second, but it doesn't. So you're both just standing there bowing to each other. The chameleon actually gets up and bows a second time, but nothing happens.
I bow a second time.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward. Everybody's uncomfortable.
Is this normal? Usually, like...
The chameleon wraps itself in void energy, and when that clears, you actually see a familiar face standing in front of you, and it's Sly.
What? Sly, what are you doing here?
I think I've just been called to be the chameleon's voice. I'm as confused as you are.
Thing, this has never happened before. I've never really communicated. I don't think I've communicated verbally with any of these.
No, I wouldn't think that you had. They don't speak in a language any of us would understand.
What do they want to say?
Well, I think they just want to lend their assistance to you, but there's something that is stopping that.
Whoa. What is it? I can fix it, maybe.
We cut back to the phase state, and we see the other three of you standing there, and Bryn is still just frozen with her staff in between the chameleon and the OSI device. Which brings us to Tag's turn. Tag. You are also welcome to throw this back to like out of initiative group chat if you'd like to, but if we're moving in order, I just wanted you to at least get a chance.
Yeah, I think I want to try to work on containment. I think that there's a chance the OSI device, kind of like an exercised ghost, might just leap into whatever consciousness it can take. So I want to try to stabilize and contain it.
And if I can piggyback on that, I think Rex's first inclination is to at least try and smash it a little bit.
I would love that piggyback, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
My intent is not necessarily to totally destroy it, but definitely damage it.
I think there's a good comedic beat here where Tag's like sweating from his temples and calling upon all these elements, and we see void swirling and it bursts into fire and it's cut through lightning and a vine bursts up out of the lightning and then is sucked into void again, and this device is vibrating and he's just concentrating as hard as he can, and Rex just walks up and just like just gives it a whack.
You guys are smashing the OSI device itself?
Yeah.
I think
personally, I am.
It sounds like, yeah, that's what I think that Tag is trying to just contain it from a magical point of view.
Sure. You prepared an offensive move that was not able to be used, so we're just going to direct that setup into allowing you to use these wonderfully spinning things. But yeah, Rex does start smashing this thing. Rex, just roll, kick some ass.
Oh God, that is a 14.
Holy
That's
shit!
a lot.
Wow.
How much damage do you do?
I think just 3.
Okay. When she smashes it, Tag, you can see that bright red energy that CNAC initially was pulling from the portals leap off of it, and you're able to catch it in the air before it can grab Puck with this swirl of elemental barrier that you're kind of using around it. And then as Rex continues to just wail on this thing, you're able to keep deflecting these bolts that seem to be reaching out for any kind of anchor that might be able to. It's got a lot of power, but it doesn't seem to be able to use it without an avatar of some kind.
And it's 4 harm, I just checked.
Cool, I will mark that. Puck, is there anything that you would like to do?
I just want to quickly yell at Tag, like, excellent work!
Thank you. How come we didn't have a conversation about this beforehand? Okay, yeah, haha. We'll talk later.
I too would like to smash this bad device.
Yeah, roll kick some ass.
All right. Puck lifts his hands and they become 2 big flat like ping pong paddles, and then spikes stick out of them, and he's going to just try to smash them together on the device.
Clap it to death.
9.
Cool. What's your damage?
4.
Okay. When you smash it, Tag is not quite able to block one of those beams, and though he stops it before it can take a hold of you, it does blast you backwards and deal. That'll be 3 damage magical.
My face.
As it singes you, but is not able to take a hold.
My face.
You do get the feeling when that happens, Puck, that if Tag had not stopped it, it would have probably grabbed you.
I trust Puck with it.
Puck is pretty hurt, so he's going to lay there for a little bit and think about what he's doing with his life.
The choices
How
he's
much-
made that have
Have a
led him to
nice
this place.
nap.
How much HP do you have currently?
So I took 3 from the first attack, right? -1, so 2, and then 3 more from this, so 2. So I'm down 4. So
Okay.
that's
You are
half.
technically
Right?
unstable.
Yeah.
And you are feeling with this unstable, your ability to quickly and accurately morph your appendages might have some troubles.
Yeah.
We cut back into this windswept cliff to find Bryn and Sly. And Bryn, there is a couple moments in which the sky splits apart and these red lasers shine through for just a moment, and then you're jostled around like an earthquake, and then the sky seals itself. And Sly says, "Wow, that seems like that it's bad."
Yeah. Look, usually this is like a hello, I bow, you bow. Some like ancient feeling is passed between the two of us, and then they go into my staff.
Yeah, that sounds right. Bryn, let me show you something. And she extends her hand to you in a... She wants to... She wants to hold your hand. She's not trying to show you anything. I don't know how to word it any differently. She wants to hold your hand, like the Beatles.
Well, I take her hands. Okay, can't get any weirder.
Sure. Outside, while you guys are still trying to dip and dodge and smash this thing, you see Bryn float up into the air, and that red energy is starting to coalesce around her hand. Bryn, you cannot take your hand off of Sly's. And she says, "Now, I feel like this is also pretty bad, but I don't seem to have any control over it."
Wait, why did you want me to take your hand?
I thought I was going to be able to show you something. And she reaches out, and you can see that she's trying to grab your throat. And she's the whole time, she's like, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." And she's like going to choke you.
Where's the
Huh?
chameleon? Where's the chameleon?
The chameleon became her.
Oh, it shape-shifted into her. Okay. Sly, it kind of seems like you're trying to kill me. What's up?
Yeah, yes, it does. And I'm very sorry about it, but I cannot stop.
What? Use your force of will. Come on. I'm reaching my staff.
Okay, your staff is in your other hand.
Oh, well.
What do you want to do with it?
God. I want to block. I want to use my new level up, my EMP.
Sure.
Which is conjured through a shaking of the staff.
You get out of here, you crazy summoners!
Okay.
So
Yes.
basically, you just want to hit her with your stick, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Give her a good clocking.
Yeah, okay. Roll it.
Am I what's up with my magic right now? I mean, am I like stacking the negatives or what?
You haven't just used like an abstract move. That the only time that you're stacking negatives is when you use magic and you do one of your Bryn stuff where you're like, I want to turn that house into a velociraptor or whatever. You've just been using your spells. So
Which you famously do. And we're like, it's getting a little old at this point, Brennan.
Bryn turned another house into a velociraptor. and we're stuck in
Okay, well then fine. I changed my mind. I'm going to hypnotize her.
okay. All right. Roll it.
I have to roll for that. I thought I just get that. Oh, I don't anymore. I do have to
No,
roll.
I wrote rules for you because you are hypnotizing everybody.
So that's a 10.
The way that it is worded is that the target must obey your every command.
Yep.
So, what would you like Sly to do?
Release me. First of all, I have multiple commands.
Okay. Sly releases your hand and stops reaching for your throat, but she is standing there holding that position.
That's fine. State your intentions.
I am very sorry, but I want to consume you.
Why?
Because I'm feeling my way through this here. It's being kind of relayed. I am trying to ground my power so that I could better use it against your friends.
You're not like the other creatures.
No,
Who sent you?
this chameleon is using me for its voice. I'm just a voice. I'm freaking out, Bryn.
Sent the chameleon.
What?
Who sent the chameleon?
With this, the magic swirls around. Roll plus magic, Bryn.
11.
Okay, cool. What is the first NPC that comes to mind?
First NPC, horse.
Yeah. Horus. The magic swirls around, and now Horus is standing in front of you, and he's like, "Good God, what? How do you do a Scottish accent?"
I was just
Do it.
thinking, man, Jesse put himself in a real fun game here with the quick mix and match of accents. I can't wait to pull on characters that I don't even remember what they sound like.
Motorist is my code word. Motorist. Bryn, what have you summoned me here for?
I didn't summon you here. This creature is summoning people. Why did I summon you? I don't think I did that. Did I do that?
I feel like I'm coming from your memory. And as he says it, you get just a quick view of this tether that is connecting Horus to you in the very phase state way. But there's a second one that is connecting him to Shimmer that is slightly blurring the waves behind.
What's with that?
It is the chameleon that is back there cloaked.
Excuse me a little bit. And I'm going to move over to the chameleon.
Horus just stands out of the way and says, "You know, I'm getting a bit of a residual feeling. Sly was here, and I think she was as freaked out as I am."
Can I change Horus?
Yes.
Who's the guy on the water planet?
Air Dobbins.
Air Dobbins.
Air Dobbins.
I didn't really think of Air Dobbins.
The magic swirls around him, and you see this German fucking. What am I doing here?
I don't know. It's weird magic. Aren't you dead? God. Oh wait, everybody's dead.
I should be. This is wonderful. Air Dobbins lunges at you and tries to wrap both of his arms around you and says, "I don't know what's going on, but I see an exit." And he starts wrestling with you. Bryn, roll plus strength.
Right.
We all just wanted to hear Air Dobbins again so badly.
Yeah, it was worth it. I'm sorry, Bryn, but it's worth it.
That's a 6.
Oh.
Yeah, he actually gets you into a position where he's locked your arms around you and he's just smashing his forehead into yours.
Ow!
It doesn't seem to be having any effect until you realize that the chameleon has now moved above you and that Shimmer is gone. And it starts to open its mouth and lower it towards your head. And this very long tongue unrolls. We cut back to the phase state, and you guys can see now that both the chameleon and the OSI device are being pulled into Bryn's staff. And Tag, your attempts to waylay this are being thwarted as the OSI device and the chameleon get closer to each other. What would you guys like to do?
I think I'm going to transition from trying to hold the OSI device back to trying to enact a protection on Bryn. I think I'm going to do that by, it's one of those. It's a common trope. We've been in the phase state for a while. It's like when any character is in a fictional universe, or they've taken on another body or consciousness for a while, and they're starting to lose touch with who they are.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to try and ground her to the memories that are poignant to her, from the simple things like Moonberry Pie to the more deeply emotional, like her mother, the image of her mother finding her. There was one time where she ran out very, very young, far before her training, was just kind of essentially playing with fire in an open meadow, and Bryn's mother came down and was just this mix of furious and like kind of proud to see this manifestation of power in her daughter for the first time. But there was a look on her mother's face that Bryn could never forget in that moment, because she's never seen a look like that before. And so I'm just going to try to use that to really ground her in the memory of who she is. I'm going to roll.
Yeah.
9.
Cool. You are able to do this. As it starts happening, you can feel the phase state reacting to your intentions in a way. It's like that little peephole that Bryn's telephone call entered in through starts to widen, and you can feel this air rushing back towards it, as though you're all, including Bryn, are being pulled out and away from this place. And inside this vision, Bryn, the tongue starts to blow in the wind, but it's a chameleon tongue, so it's unrolling like a scarf and just flapping as the chameleon's trying to just get it down over you. And you could see Air Dobbins lifting up off of you, kind of holding on to you, and he flips over and he's just Bryn, seriously, look, it seems like you're in a pickle. I'm a scientist. I'm brilliant. If you save me, I can tame this beast. I can help you. And he's flying kind of away now, hanging on to you as tightly as he can. Bryn!
Hold on. So do I have all the things? Do I have all of my stuff?
You have all of your things, yes.
Okay, and Blight beats Void.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna do a last-ditch effort. I'm gonna reach into my pocket and I'm gonna grab KPO's remains that are in a jar, and I'm gonna huck it at the chameleon and hope that the Blight remains will take out this Void creature.
Okay.
Is he cremated? What form are these remains in?
Goo. They're goo.
Goo, of course. Of
so
course.
It's going to explode a bunch of goo, like they slimed people on that Nickelodeon show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
You can't do that on television.
Yes.
Yeah, it happens. It just explodes in the air and coats this thing. Air Dobbin says, "Shit, I'm being banished to the nether realms. I had a chance." And he actually just fades away as his little tether whips back into the chameleon. And the chameleon is coated in this slime and flies up away from you as this vision collapses and pulls you up. Everybody else, you see this explosion come from Bryn's staff, and all of you are flung out of the phase state. Into what is a very hectic fight between the Whitecoats, the Morelli family, and a bunch of dudes who showed up to throw cabbage at everybody.
Get to hear them again? What do they say?
Hey, fucking boys, come over here! Throw fucking cabbage at you, motherfucker! Come here! And then there's he got me! One of them stumbles over to you and drops onto a knee and says, "I don't
know why we're fighting, but I know we ain't gonna lose, boys. And he falls over.
The rift that you created to set this trap is collapsing quickly. Ira actually tumbles out after you, and when they enter into the battlefield, Moksha drops what she's doing and circles around to protect all of you and says, "Is it done?" And the rift is closing. Bryn, the only thing in there is your staff, which when it exploded, you were flung away from it.
How do I go get it?
Ira, pulls the rift and is maintaining it and says, "You have very little time."
Okay. I'm gonna go get it.
Sure, you hop in. The face state is going nuts. It's just shifting through elements faster than it was when you guys were in battle. And the whole world is just changing like somebody's clicking a button on a slideshow. And your staff is just floating there in the air in the center of this storm of magic. It is the only thing in here. There is no chameleon. There is no Osai device. There is no Pokeball. Your staff is just floating there.
Okay. I lunge for it.
You grab it.
50 feet. Okay.
50 feet? You just it's like the opening of gravity. You just like.
The face state. I think we can move freely. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you're able to just fly in and grab it and then start your way out. When you grab it, nothing happens.
What do you mean?
The storm continues behind you. You don't have any strange reaction. You just grab your staff. But it was floating of its own accord, so you just kind of like pop it out of that little hover.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll get out of here.
Yeah, you do. And as soon as you do, Ira closes the rift. And there's an I keep saying explosion. I don't mean like fire and bomb, but there's like a pop of magic that just sends a shockwave through the battlefield, and everybody who's fighting, kind of stops midway, and very slowly everybody turns to see, there's just like this mass battle that is paused, and now everybody's looking at you.
I got it.
Korvik's filibust approaches. He's holding an enlarger ray, and there's actually a Morelli goon behind him that's like really big and says like, "I don't see how this is a weapon." But he says, "You what?"
I got my staff and we took out the creature. Did you not see any of that?
No.
Oh. I'm just kidding. Carry on.
Hashtag hack attack, but where is Senak? He was in the phase state 2 when he got separated from the Okai. Did you forget Senak Again?
I told you when Bryn went in, there was only the staff.
Yeah, there was no CNAC.
Yeah, but let's
I still forgot about it.
It's a hack attack. It's a hack attack.
So what does that mean? What is the requirements? Because usually the hack attack is specified for us, right?
We don't have the hack attack yet. It was money towards the hack attack.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
All you saw when you were in there was the staff, Bryn.
Yeah, there was no CNAC. He wasn't in there.
Bryn, you're saying this like it should reassure us.
Well, sorry.
No, I'm not chastising you. I think that's not strictly good news that our once friend turned rival turned potentially back to friend again has mysteriously vanished in the phase state.
Well, can you use your powers of being able to locate people? Can you locate a robot?
We can certainly try.
Okay.
Korvik says, "If you'll excuse us, we're in the middle of war. We only stop because you have item of power. We want Osai device now."
No.
I hold Graflix up menacingly and I say, "I smashed that goddamn thing with this. Now get out of here, or I'm gonna smash your face with it.
Corvix actually drops the blaster and says, "I'd like to see you try," and he just stomps towards you, Rex.
Nice.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I look around real quick for that cool mech suit that I had before. Unfortunately, it's been demolished in the battle, so I say,
There's a guy who's actually using it to throw crates of cabbage. He's just like, "Suck it, boys, or it's like the anti-aliens, I fucking smash you with these Kaiser boyser!" And he's just like, well, I mean, the battle
and there's a little
stopped, so
man
he's not
running
running.
behind him yelling, "My cabbages!"
Puck looks over at Rex and gives the thumbs up and says, "The mech suit was in you the whole time."
Yeah, I think that's enemy.
And so I
yeah,
just
so Corvix
square
is just
up and say something cool like, "Come and get it then."
Okay, he runs forward and takes a swing at you.
Well, I'm
This
gonna
is-
nimbly leap out of the way with my 6 stunts. Because
Yeah,
Rex
okay,
is
roll it.
strong, but she's not an idiot.
The entire battlefield at this point, it's like when champions are just chosen to fight each other instead of a war, everybody on the battlefield, it's this crater, so it's this natural raised seating. Everybody's eyes are now on the leader of the Whitecoats charging Rex. Roll your 6 stunts.
My dude.
My dude.
My dude.
That is a 9.
You are able, what does it say? It says something. It doesn't just let you do your 6 stunts, my dude. There's a you don't stick the landing is what it says. Yeah, so you get out of the way, and he swings and hits air, but there is a complication. Tell me why.
A an errant cabbage hits my leg and knocks me off balance. So I don't quite make the full leap and catch a little bit of his blow.
Okay, yeah, that'll be 1 harm physical. With
Plus 1 again, my friend.
it is now your move.
I'm gonna square up and smash him with Graplex.
Roll it.
That's an 11.
You just fucking clobber him and he goes down. If you guys remember, he's just a nerd who had a lot of cool gadgets. And he crumbles underneath this and says, we have definitely misunderestimated this situation. The power device has been broken. We retreat. Someone please carry me. We retreat. And the white coats filter through with the Morellis kind of mean mugging him the whole time. But there is a sense that with Corvix's surrender, he says, "We take this fight to the streets. We'll see you in hell." And he's like pulled over the crater. And this army starts to... It's like they weren't expecting this resolution. So they don't leave quickly and it's kind of messy, but they are starting to filter out of the crater.
And Rex is kind of, mean mugging him and be like, "Who's next? Come on!"
Even the
walk
enlarged
away?
guys, like, I saw what she did to that guy. Which leaves you all eventually by yourselves in this crater with Ira and Moksha.
Does my staff look different?
Why don't you roll investigate a mystery?
Ooh.
Or
It does. The
I'm gonna hear me.
gems that are, as you've seen, as they've absorbed summons in the past, take on the color of the element that they represent, where you would assume a void gem would give you the power of the chameleon. Instead, it is glowing a bright red, the color that Cenac had been pulling through the portals. It is a very different red than that of the fire rippling in the fire gem.
Do I want it in my staff?
Oh, I hadn't taken that into consideration. It's just there.
I don't want to summon that thing. I can summon it and it'll kill me. This is awful. Okay.
We also don't know if it's like one of those little brain bugs that slowly like can somehow take you over. What were those things called?
Oh, the brain slugs?
In this?
Slimy boys or something?
Slimy boys.
Yeah. Voice.
Great name.
Was that it? It was something like that. Slippery boys? Slimy boys?
Ooh, that's good.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So here's what's up. You guys, in a way that I didn't quite expect, have technically resolved this combat. There are some consequences, but you are out of initiative. It is Thursday afternoon.
Yeah, right now it doesn't feel like we have any OSI device to bring back to the company. Fellow adventurers.
Refresh my memory. Were we supposed to deliver it to the company tomorrow?
Kale wanted it.
Can't we tell her that we destroyed it?
Well, we can certainly. That won't prevent her from responding as she sees fit.
At least it's destroyed and her enemies can't get their hands on it.
Well, hang on real quick. Is it? And
I don't know. I wasn't there. You guys told me Rex said she smashed it.
I mean, I was just saying that to look cool in front of those idiots.
yeah.
It did something really crazy when you were all suspended in the phase state.
What did it do?
Well, Bryn, that's what we want to know. You were
We're kind of
frozen.
hoping you could tell us.
Well, I didn't see the OSI device, but the chameleon was there, and they summoned Sly.
Oh.
And
okay.
then Horace and then Air Dobbins. It was very confusing. And tried to make them kill me. It's the first time one of these elder creatures has been hostile towards me once it's been separated from the malice, or in this case, from the OSI device.
Yeah, I guess to an amateur gumshoe here, that would belie the remaining existence of influence, presumably from the device.
What?
Oh, I just mean that if when Bryn reached in, the forces that had been connected to the OSI device were still trying to kill her. That tells me that the OSI device isn't entirely taken out of the situation.
Well, something's in my staff. We could see what it is.
Rex leans in and squints at it.
What do your elf eyes see?
You see Cenac standing. It's like a tiny little ant Cenac, and he's just like,
Oh, he's in my
inside the gem.
What?
and then as you keep looking, the chameleon's tongue like squirts out of the side, wraps around him, and pulls him away.
Yeah, Brent, I think we gotta crack that sucker open and continue to resolve this issue.
Oh, Cenac.
Somebody roll investigate a mystery.
I'd really rather not.
I was really
I can't. I think I have a +2.
Wow.
Oh, wait. Hang on. Yeah, +2. All right. And that is a 9.
2 questions.
All right. What happened?
It looks like right now, in the way that the creatures are absorbed into Bryn's staff, because you guys were doing it before the creature had been defeated, or because the OSI device was still active, and CNAC was there, and you were in the phase state. Maybe something got dirty. Like everything went into this gem instead of just a clean spirit. It'd be like if Bryn had tried to absorb the scorpion before you guys cleared the malice. There's a chance the malice would have carried into her staff. Right now, it seems like there is no immediate danger,
And
but you
tactically,
can
that's
see.
perfect advice.
No immediate danger to us, or including to CNAC, who's in there with a real curmudgeon of a roommate.
He like stomps back out, unwinding the tongue from himself, and like waves again.
Okay.
What is it going to do?
You guys are turning the staff over. These gems, the way that I see them, is they're near each other on the staff, but they are not connected. As you're kind of thinking like, okay, it looks like it's safe for now, but what is it going to do? There is a micro fissure that cracks in the metal of the staff, and you see that the red energy is starting to extend away from the new red gem towards the closest one, which would be Blight. But it is... I'm not trying to be like, this is a fucking time bomb that you have to defuse right now. You guys have contained this thing. It probably is not a great permanent solution.
Oh yeah, because we're the crew that loves great permanent solutions. We're a fucking walking advertisement for duct tape, just like slapping it on everything as we go. Fixed it, fixed it, fixed it.
I want it out of my staff, or it corrupts the other things in my staff.
Yeah, you've got some time. So I
Like
won't.
we had time when you were going to turn into a vampire.
So, well, so here's my question, y'all. We're meeting with Kale tomorrow. What the hell's our plan?
I could summon it in Kale's office.
Seems like that has enough variables that I can't pinpoint exactly how that will go wrong, and therefore I'm on board.
I mean, technically, we'd be bringing the OSI device to her, so she can't find fault in that.
Oh, yeah.
I think that would bring about all of our swift deaths.
Here's what I want to do. I want to move this scene to Sam's office. Ira assures you safe passage. You have completed this leg. What will happen next is your next thing on the calendar is that you do have a company debriefing tomorrow morning with the board. And so we're going to have you guys travel back to Sam's office unless there's somewhere else you want to go instead, in which you will be able to strategize and prepare and make any calls you want to make.
Cool.
Probably should let Jenny know that Sam is gone.
That is the other thing to note.
Yeah.
The company is expecting Sam, not Puck.
I mean, the company knows that Sam is Puck.
This stuff that started happening with him did not start happening until he was bumming around with you guys. They had been running some experiments on him, but the ability for Sam and Puck to shift as easily as they do and communicate with each other, and for Puck to start growing spiky oven mitts, like this is all new stuff. And in your guys' experience, what does the company usually do when it sees something new and shiny?
Take it.
Yeah. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up before you walk in there with Puck. They are expecting Sam. And Kale has, like, in the past, she said, I'm hand-waving this fugitive's, like, the warrant that's out for Sam's arrest, you know? She has not said, like, I'm hand-waving, keeping your super weapons safe from company hands, you know?
Also, they might not even recognize him as, like, a creature capable of thought and feeling and of his own autonomy. So,
I mean, we'd have lots of weird creatures walking around. Can Puck just blend?
Puck?
It's an interesting question. Never tried it before. Well, I think once I put all my bits back together, I'd be willing to give it a try.
oh yeah, is he still basically just almost dead?
He's like smoking, and there's like chunks of crystal like missing out of him, and he seems kind of like even a little airheaded, even for Puck. Just like,
Yeah, let's rewind to the
that's-
battlefield real quick
that's
and
nice.
just heal him up.
Sure. Here, the thing is, you guys won't have any trouble getting to Sam's office. So
Yeah,
you're
but
not
he's
going to
really
miss
heavy
a
to
chance.
carry.
I can still
Walk. He's just airheaded and falling apart and smoking. Ira will ensure you get there safe. So you are more than welcome to heal up Puck in the safety of the office. We're going to take a quick 2-minute break. And then we're going to pick up in Sam's office. And we're going to hash this shit out.
Arr. I don't know. It's confused me too. I didn't expect it.
All right.
Matt Vansel.
Does it make me magical?
Red card.
Oh, no. No.
So you're out 5 minutes because you said by 5 p.m. Wait, actors are like chili. By 5 p.m. they're shit.
Fair enough. It's a fair cop.
You in.
The following is a paid advertisement.
You all had the stew?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. I need everybody to make an easy constitution check.
Are you kidding?
You all rolled ones. That's okay. It's just stew. They serve it at the inn all day long. No big deal.
Should be fine. Okay. What? What?
Your entire party dies of dysentery.
Gosh! We have builds that should let us survive that, but our dice betray us. I wish there were a way to show these dice what we really thought of them. Has this ever happened to you? Your dice just hate you. You've tried everything to get them to roll well.
That's right. You can do this. Just let me know what you need. Massage, bubble bath. You could go on a date after this. Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese.
Seducing.
Hey, come on, baby. Don't be like that. We're together. And the mood is right.
Reasoning.
You are a 20-sided die. The odds of rolling a 1 are 1 in 20. Now, the odds of rolling 5 ones in a row are 1 in 3.2 million. Why? Why are you sucking? Stop sucking, please.
Threatening.
Oh, really? You think I won't do it? I've done it before. I've done it before, and I'll do it to you.
And even dark offerings.
To the gods of blood, I offer you this sacrifice.
Then you need Die.Club, the ultimate in dice retribution services. Here's how it works, and some testimonials.
So the best thing about Die.Club is that they fit the punishment to the crime. For example, my rogue walking down a dungeon corridor. I roll a spot check. I roll a 1. I fail to see the gelatinous cube. I walk into it, get dissolved completely. Oh! Damn you, Die!
All I had to do was jump out of a tree. I had max ranks and tumble. I rolled a 1.
For a long time, I was just angry at the dice. I wanted to punish them, myself. But it's too hard. It hurt my hand. It hurt the tools I was trying to use. I even ate one of the die one time.
I had so many ranks in balance. So many ranks in balance. A suspension bridge over a pit of lava. I failed the roll. Obviously a 1.
So, I send my die off to die.club. Now my die is sitting in a jello mold in someone's refrigerator in North Carolina. Thanks, die.club.
Take the offending die. Place it and seal it in the provided envelope. Mail it off to die.club.
I put my die in an envelope and sent it off to die.club, and a week later I got its mangled corpse after being put through a wood chipper. Now I have time for my real friends. My Sailor Moon body pillow and I have gotten very close.
It wasn't just the feeling of satisfaction I got knowing that my die had been utterly destroyed. I got back together with my girlfriend. I got the idea to get that bike tire repair kit, and I haven't had a herpes outbreak in 5 months. Who knew how good my life could be thanks to Die.club?
Thanks to Die.club, I don't have to put myself in danger to put my dice in danger.
Everyone likes Die.club.
Thanks, Die.
Okay,
Wait,
you guys are eating.
I have one more green bean that I want to eat before we're officially back.
Okay.
Oh, are we eating on stream now?
Yeah. Can I, Jesse, reveal details about your personal life?
Yes.
Jesse's sweetie Sarah made me these. Maybe it was you. I assume it was Sarah.
It was Sarah, 100%.
Yeah, maybe these spicy pickled green beans.
Jelly beans. Delicious.
Welcome to Void Jumpers, the chewing hour.
ASMR. You never knew you wanted it.
You're very good.
So you guys are back at Sam's office. Jenny's there. She's a little thrown, she hasn't met Puck yet. So she is a little thrown to see Puck enter, but she's aware of the stakes when he does and realize that he needs some medical attention. So I think that's the first thing on the docket here. How are you going to heal him? Don't look at me.
Oh, I have a healing spell.
Yeah. All right. Roll it.
Does it do something weird to Spriggans?
In this case, I will tell you, not as a standard thing. But if she fails this roll, who knows?
If I fail, I take his damage.
I find an old coat of Sam's and I tuck it under Puck's head so he's laying down a little more comfortably.
Okay.
It shouldn't hurt, Puck. Especially since I rolled a 6.
Oh no!
Really?
Let me help out.
Wait. No, I have 2. That's 6. Plus I have 1 from chat. That's a 7. That's 7.
Were you about to kill him, too?
No, I wasn't going to kill him or her, but she would have just taken all of his damage, which I think she could have handled, but then you just have like a damaged summoner. Okay. You are healed 2, Puck, which I believe will bring you up enough to stabilize.
Yes.
So you no longer need to worry about your powers being affected by your injuries.
Oh, thank you. I feel much better. Better. Better.
Is that better?
Jenny.
Yeah?
And Tag sort of looks around to the rest of the group. Shit. Puck?
Oh, sure.
Puck?
Hi, nice to meet you. You saved my life earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
No, sorry. That was in a scene that never happened because he did some weird shit. This is the first time I've seen you.
No, that did happen.
It did?
It did happen.
Oh, yeah, she was in the office with Mumbles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They shot the other guy. Still so rude. He was just doing his job
earlier.
Yeah. We go way back.
So, where's Sammy? He's you, right? You're him? Is he in there?
So Sim's dead.
What?
He's dead.
No.
Yeah.
But if you're him and you're alive, he can't, right?
Yeah, it doesn't quite work like that. It's a bit nuanced, I believe. It's sad because I tried to come back, but he was in it's hard to describe, honestly. He was so sad when it happened. It didn't hurt, though, on the outside.
Jenny, I'm really sorry.
Well, can't you do something about it?
Look, we're gonna try, but there are limitations to magic, and this is kind of a big one.
What's the point of you then?
Yeah, I don't know.
But do you know what happened to Sam right before he died?
Sort of. It's, okay, so I don't know what all of this means, so you'll just have to bear with me. He was, thinking about a ball game, and he was with Sophia, I think, and they got put on a jumbotron and something called a kiss cam, and he was thinking about how, for whatever reason, he felt like it was the first time he ever heard her real laugh.
That sounds kind of nice.
Jenny is just standing in front of the door. She had been going to leave. She hadn't said anything, and she's just standing there kind of wringing her coat in her hands. And she is crying quietly.
Jenny, do you want to stay?
No.
Okay. You got a place to go?
Yeah.
Look, I don't want to spring business on you. Ain't nobody here is rushing to do anything, but understand what this new world looks like without Sam. But did he have anything? Did he have anything that we should do? Did he have a plan? Did he have a list, a wish?
Yeah, he had a contingency.
Okay.
She looks to Puck, surprised. What?
Yeah, we share some things. He had a couple of contingencies, one for Jenny and one for whoever killed him. He had about four or five guesses of how we might go, so yes. At least that he'll enjoy that.
Was he right?
About one of the people?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Who was it?
Oh, it was the Morellis.
Mumbles?
Sophia.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It broke his heart. It was the last thing he ever saw, was betrayal at the hands of a woman he loved. That's why I couldn't change. Because in that moment, he wanted to be dead.
Well, if I know anything about Sam, that there's not an insignificant satisfaction that'll come with being right about that.
Yeah, he seems like the kind who would even enjoy an "I told you so" to himself.
Yeah, that's what I'm banking on here.
You know, come to think of it, there is probably one way we could bring him back, but it kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies.
What is it? What is it?
Well, because you are so magical, I think it technically would be possible to siphon off the majority of my life force and give it to Sim. But that would ostensibly make me mortal, which is a bit unnerving. I've never considered death before, not really. Ooh, if I could sweat, my palms would certainly be that.
Jenny from the doorway says, "You gotta do it. He'd do it for any one of you. He'd do it for any one of you. You might not know it, but I bet he already has in one way or another. You gotta do it. If you could do it, you gotta do it."
Well, it's not up to me.
It kind of is up to you, Puck. None of us can make you make that sacrifice. I certainly won't force you to make that sacrifice.
Yes. Well, what would you guys do?
I've never been close to somebody the way you've been close to Sam. I don't think I was that close even to my own parents. I don't know that I have a good answer. I know that in his own broken way, Sam really cared about you.
Yeah, he had lots of cute names for me. Like Big Dum Dum and Bag of Rocks.
The Block.
He's not a perfect guy, but
he was perfect at nicknames.
Curtain Rod.
Grapefruit.
It's your life, Puck. Gotta be your decision.
Well,
listen, if you need some time, I don't know if this is a time-sensitive thing, if we can only do it now in this moment, but if you need some time to think about it.
well, it seems like it'd be pretty selfish for me to not do it.
I mean,
Sorry, Bryn, go ahead.
do you have questions about being mortal? Would that help you make a decision?
Look,
Sweating is very uncomfortable.
I'm not saying we should or shouldn't do this, but I am saying we're guessing that that's what happens to Puck. We are relying on the fact that Bryn and I have a particular kind of magic separate between us to give us the ability to extract the life force from an immortal being in such quantity that they lose that immortality but remain otherwise intact. And y'all, I don't know what the measuring cups look like to make that calculation.
Yeah. Seems like a crapshoot.
Yeah, I think I think that we have to, in having this conversation, do so entertaining the very real possibility that you losing immortality is a best case scenario. And I think worst case, you and Sam are both gone.
Mm-hmm. It seems like I should enact his contingency first and then risk my life.
Yeah.
What's the contingency?
Oh, something about all the years that he worked for the Morellis to release their financial records into the Internal Revenue Services to account for all their tax evasions. He says that they'll never be held accountable for their crimes to humanity, but the government is always very good about collecting and extracting over 80 years of back taxes, and that will be enough to destroy their empire.
Where's this information?
He said Jenny would know.
She just like looks for a second and then walks over to the little coffee pot that she's been using to make you guys horrible coffee and just like lifts it up and is just like going all over it. And then on the bottom, she just pulls off one of those floppy disks that the kind of which Rex recently used on some old computers. And on it, it just says D-A, bomb. And she says, yeah, let's burn them down.
Yeah.
And she goes into Sam's office and plugs in and is now working.
Well. Yeah. Oh, so since we discussed best case scenario that you siphon off my life force and, then nothing happens or Sam comes back, let's play worst case scenario.
Well, yeah, Puck, I think worst case scenario is we siphon out your life force.
Mm-hmm.
And
it doesn't work.
Oh.
And you have no more life force.
Oh.
Once you take the toothpaste out of the tube, man, you can't just put it back in.
Disanimated purple crystals in a pile.
Yeah, are you getting off on this?
No, but I may as well continue.
You just seem like pretty a kind of jocularity that is causing me a little friction here.
Well, you have to understand that if these are the last things I get to think about, I may as well enjoy them.
Oh, gee, God, Puck,
right? I mean,
yeah, look,
it does make a certain amount of sense.
Don't worry. I hope it doesn't betray my affection for all of you.
No, it doesn't at all.
No, and I don't want to undervalue your sacrifice. I think given the opportunity, any one of us would sacrifice ourselves for someone in the group if it meant saving them, no matter the...
Yeah, just usually we have passion to carry us through that. It happens in a moment of battle. I've never been in a position to write out a pros and cons list of sacrificing ourselves for someone else. It kind of goes against the whole notion of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Sim's gonna be mad either way.
Why?
Well, he'll be like, that big dumb bag of rocks. He brought me back to life. I was supposed to be dead. I was in the drink. That's my knife or something like that. And then if it doesn't work, he'll be like, I'm dead. It's all your fault.
He is a real curmudgeon. I'll give you that much.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Puckett, I mean, this seems like you're pretty set.
Well, I mean, we've also, ignored the possibility that you guys just nail it and everything turns out fine.
Yeah, it's not that I'm ignoring that possibility. It's just
I mean, if you're truly immortal,
I mean, Puck
can
isn't the
anything
only
during your life-
quasi-mortal being you guys know. If Sam can wait just a little longer, I'm pretty sure at least one better candidate will fall into your lap one way or another. Hashtag hack attack.
I think we're feeding more into the hack attack. saying that I guess you guys could choose to steal the life force from some other immortal being, if you'd like to.
Would that work?
I don't know.
We don't know anything.
We do have.
Who is that? Thank you. Who are we thanking?
That's Merc.
Merc.
Thank you, Merc.
Thank you.
Let's just do a GM swap. Easy. He comes back in on an umbrella like Mary Poppins, just straight up like, yeah.
What's up,
The double cross. It's the double cross. I wasn't really dead. It's all part of my plan. Now let me explain to you in details how I staged the whole thing, a la Ocean's 11.
I would enjoy that story. That story would be fun for me.
Now, here's what's up. There is a way that you guys can do this. It's just called Fake Magic. It's in the book. I can make it cost something, take time, require experimentation. I think that Puck's offer is more than adequate.
Sure.
And so I will make you guys roll to use magic as a secondary function of this to kind of dictate what may or may not happen. But, it's there. And I just so there's no trickery, like when you were in the phase state, I was trying to communicate to you that there would be a chance that's why you could see Sam's spirit preserved. There is a chance. You did see that. But he was dead, and so there will need to be...
Well, and he's tethered to Puck, so he's not like he's moved on to the afterlife. So that can't be fun.
Well, yeah, so if purgatory exists, is he just permanently in a purgatory state? That sounds awful.
Is purgatory unique and individual to each of us?
Don't worry, he gets to spend it with me.
Oh,
Like
God,
I
we have to
said.
do something.
Right.
Oh, boo, Rex.
All right. So
I'm just channeling what Sam would feel about it.
would you like to perform this ritual?
Puck?
Yes?
Then yes. For me. I'm not speaking for the group.
How would you guys like to go about it? I imagine this will be kind of a Bryn tag combo.
I say we do it in the office.
Do we need to be in the phase state to be able to see Sam?
I can pop in and do some work on that side.
Okay.
Cool.
If you want to
Bryn
work
will
on
operate from here, and you go from phase state.
Yeah, I figure we, get Puck comfortable and maybe next to him lay out Sam's clothes just as a physical beacon, something to call Sam back to or ground him as we go in there and try to pull him out.
and maybe a flask.
Sure, that sounds good. We'll make him a nice little picnic to come back to.
Oh, well, then we got to bring out some Chinese food.
There is plenty in the fridge.
Yeah.
Cool.
I know one thing he might come back for. So Jenny's still in the office, but doing the files or whatever. But Puck is going to go in there and pull out like a little drawer, and then lift up the bottom of the drawer, and takes out Sam's wedding ring, the same wedding ring he used for all three wives.
All right.
He just kept trying to make it work. So
this is going to give you a +1 on the roll to whichever of you, Bryn or Tag, that make the roll. Actually, I think Puck will be making the roll. You'll get a +1 from the wedding ring. Bryn and Tag will facilitate the situation. But, okay.
And
Set the scene here.
Rex will say, I don't know if it can help at all, but, back when I was a little bit holier, I don't know, I would kind of sit still and meditate, and it seemed to do some good. So if you want, I could sit there and maybe just hold the Chinese food and just think thoughts about bringing him back.
Tag puts his hand on Rex's shoulder and says, yeah, I think that would be great.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to have I'm going to have you guys step us through. Each of you will explain your part. Rex crosses her legs and sits down and puts the Chinese food in her lap. But Tag, we're going to start with you in the phase state with your prep, and then we'll move to Bryn, and then we're going to have Puck make this roll. So Tag, set the stage for us in the other dimension, please.
So pop into the phase state, and we see that sort of wisp of a tether connecting Sam and Puck. I think what Tag is trying to do is just pull on the residual elemental forces that he sort of stumbled upon in that last battle, and just try to turn that wispy tether into connective tissue in some way, magical connective tissue. So he's just kind of like, it really looks like work. He's just pulling, those trace elements of void and bloom and fire, and they're all twisting together, and he's just wrapping them around this wisp, just kind of reinforcing it, almost pumping it like some sort of, this is getting a little strange, but like a dried out, a dried out piece of organic matter. You've got to kind of soak it for a while and massage it so that it can hold passage.
Yeah, I think that using what you learned recently in that battle and just the stakes being kind of high are pushing you to explore your powers. I'd say on your next level up, we should focus on some kind of phase state manipulation move. I think it could be a cool power as you go deeper down this path. What I think you're realizing is that when you're there, and this is not an experience that Bryn would have, but when you're there, the phase state is starting to become whatever you need it to be. And so you go to work solidifying the connection between Puck and Sam, and you can see as you are working this tether that there is this just an ebb of energy coming from Puck and starting to work its way down the line. Like it's being siphoned from a gas tank. It's not going to be enough, but you can see that it's working. Bryn, Tag bamfs into the phase state and is going to work. What are you doing?
I'm going, and Puck is laying down.
Puck, I leave that up to Puck.
No, he'd be sitting in the circle with everybody else. He's not necessarily the most magnetic thing that Sam would come back for.
Puck, is it okay? I think for this magic, I would like to place my hands on you instead of using my staff.
Yes. You don't want to use the
no
the staff?
No. I put my hands out so I can grab Puck's whatever he's got.
He's got hands.
Okay, rocky hands. And I think I just close my eyes and I start reaching tendrils, almost magical tendrils, into Puck. And I start getting flooded with colors and light and the smells of baked bread and joy and a simplicity that I've never known. And all these feelings from his life, I just start reaching out to and feel really honored that Puck is so open and sharing that with me. And so I start pulling that, and it becomes really hard. Like, I really don't want to take this from him. And I think at one point I open my eyes and I look at him and I'm like, are you sure?
It's just life.
When you open your eyes, Bryn, you can see that your magic is visibly passing into his hands and up through his arms, and it's starting to shine out through his crystalline body like a prism. And so the walls now are just speckled with these different kinds of light. And inside the phase state Tag, you can clearly see that trademark Bryn essence coursing through Puck. Puck, what do you do?
Well, Puck looks around the office, like the little dust particles that you can sort of see in the sunlight, and the feel of the bourbon on the label of Sam's like bottle, the hum of the mini refrigerator where the Chinese food is, and these incredible people in this office who care so much for this person. And Puck sort of tries to almost harmonize the feeling of each person in like sequence of like a Jenny, Tag, Rex, Bryn, Jenny, Tag, Rex, Bryn, trying to almost create a harmony for which Sam could fit back into, a way to guide him.
You're going to roll plus magic, and you're going to get a +1 for the ring and for all your buddies.
Here we go. Hey guys, I just want you to know it was the best. $11.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I had a couple traps ready to spring, but I honestly think that the roll and the price carry it. And Tag, you just see, coaxed by Bryn's magic, a percentage of Puck's life force course through that tether, and just flood into Sam, whose eyes open immediately. And in the office, all of a sudden, Bryn, you're no longer holding hands with Puck. You are holding hands with Sam. And he is back. Before we get to that scene, Tag, you are still in the phase state. And Puck is standing there in front of you alone now. I want to see if you guys do something. I think that a big change happened, and I don't want to define what it is, but I would love for us to like figure out what's going on with Puck before we move forward.
Hey, bud.
Oh, hey, Dick.
Hey, how you feeling?
Oh, you know.
I don't. I really don't have any idea.
Well, feels sort of like...
We're getting an echo. Mark, we got an echo. I got a thing on.
That's just what the phase state feels like. Echoey.
Well, I think it worked.
Yeah. Listen, everything that I think to say sounds so irresponsibly inadequate. This was really big, what you did. I know that there are implications for you as an immortal being, as part of a legacy, a community, a continuity of Spriggans that I can't even begin to fathom the consequences of. This is This is big, Puck. This is really, really big.
Yeah. I can't say that it's a bit revealing to realize that I had grown attached to being immortal.
It's what you are, or were.
Yeah, it's hard to know, really, where I am now.
Yeah, I guess don't risk it. Are you gonna age?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be cool. I think that you'll make a really great old guy.
Yeah, could be.
Take the same disposition, add a couple wrinkles, add maybe a hint of I don't know.
Well, you do know I'm not coming back, right?
What? No, what? No, what?
Oh yeah, it's a trade, full trade.
What?
Oh yeah, you guys never would have let me do it if you knew it was a full trade. You have to understand, this is the only way I ever could have known what love was. When you live forever, you don't really get attached to things. I won't get a chance to tell Sam, but yeah.
I'll tell him.
Tell the others too.
Yeah. Do you know where you're going?
I think I'm going the place we all go. I'm sure it'll be nice.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great.
Well, hey, Tag.
Yeah?
Thanks for saving Sim.
You're welcome, Puck. I love you a lot. And I'm going to miss you.
Hey, we'll meet again.
I hope so.
And in the office, you see Tag unfurl from a magical smoke and re-enter into your dimension. And Sam is standing there holding Bryn's hands.
Sam, you're back!
Whoa.
It worked!
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little confused right now.
We thought you might be a little mad.
No, I don't feel particularly okay. All right, we're in my office. That's good.
I let go of his hands and then just give him a huge hug.
Jenny just like flies out of the office and smashes into you guys and like wraps you up.
I've got Chinese food. It's a little warm because I've been holding it in my hands while we were doing this whole thing.
Thanks. He like looks around at like his clothes laid out and like
there's a wedding ring, a flask.
This is I'm so odd. I feel so odd. Where's okay. Sam like kind of puts a hand to his head and It's like trying to. It's quiet. What happened? Oh.
Well, Puck gave his life for you.
Wait, what?
I felt it when I pulled his life force.
Wait, Puck is gone? That stupid bag of rocks! I'm so sorry, Sam.
I think Puck's having a good time right about now. He knew what was happening. You could say he outsmarted us, I guess. He's right. We wouldn't have let it happen. And he wanted you to know that he loves you all a lot. And I think was really, really overjoyed to do this, Sam.
That's that was a really good guy.
The best.
Yeah, I think he's got some exploring to do. I'm not sure where he's going, but he's gonna find a home there. I'm sad. I'm real sad. I feel weird. He's so fucking chipper.
He drove me crazy, that guy.
Yeah.
Jenny says, "He saved my life. If it wasn't for him, Sammy, I went looking for you. I'd be dead. They were tying the chain around my ankles when he came up, you know."
He saved all our lives. 100 times over. Rex punches the filing cabinet.
It like implodes. No roll necessary. He told me about your contingency plan, Sam. I put the Morelli's information on the web. They'll have them.
Sam, I'm sorry to give you such a somber welcome home party. I know this isn't quite what Puck would have wanted. I'm having a hard time finding it in myself to generate and maintain that sense of excitement to see you back. I am really fucking excited to see you back, man.
It's kind of strange, honestly. Tag.
Being back or not having him around?
Being back.
You know what's funny? You sound like him a little. I wonder what else is sticking around.
Are you going to be happier now, Sam?
I don't know if I'm going to be happier, but I am really happy.
That bastard, he got you. Oh, he got you so good. Oh man,
did he get me? Was I?
Yeah.
I mean, it was his life force, so.
Wait, hold on. Do I have to be happy now? Joke's on me.
Oh man, we're a bunch of suckers. We got outsmarted by a crystal.
Huh.
Well, look,
I think
I really hope you.
Sorry, go ahead.
I really hope that his baking prowess made the journey into your body as well, Sam. Not to put the pressure on, but we've got expectations, and it's kind of incumbent on you to help us out there.
Easy. I just need one of those white mushroom hats.
Right. Yeah, that was the secret.
Easy peasy.
There it is.
Rex
again.
picks the box of Chinese food off the floor and says, weirdly, I am extremely hungry right now. And just starts shoveling food in her face.
This is just the weirdest day.
Tag kind of nods his head, and she just tosses a crab rangoon over the room and catches it in his mouth. Fuck.
Bryn, I can't help but notice you seem a bit distraught.
I'm really, really, really happy to see you, and we did what Puck wanted. There was just a moment that I could have stopped it. I knew what he was doing, and I didn't. I don't know. That's a lot for me to mull over.
For sure. It's also a bit, obviously I'm partially biased and, towards, I'm, at least a little partial towards being alive. And I understand, side by side on the shelf, me versus Puck. Nah, that's not a very close contest. But for what it's worth, know that he left all the love here too. So
Also, he saw a lot of greatness in you, and I do too. I felt it. I saw it. You're a good person, Sam.
yeah, there's no way for me to really replace him, and I'm not ever going to try to do that. And
You're not replacing him. I mean, in a way, you are him. You're you, don't get me wrong, but there's some...
yeah, it was a little odd, certainly to have that experience. It's almost like it's like half, I don't know. I'll have to get back to you guys on this. It's some is known, some is not, and all I can say is thank you.
As this conversation winds down, I think Tag just very subtly drops into the phase state, just to see what's there. I have some thoughts, but I don't know, Jesse, if there's anything you wanted to add.
I'll stay out of the way.
I think that Sam having no magic didn't leave much of a dent in the face state before, much of a stark impression. And I think now, as he looks at him, there's just this sense of, as Tag looks at Sam, there's just this sense of very, very subtle a pulse, sort of a purple pulse, almost like when you see just the what's the word I'm looking for? You see the
nerves firing
of nerves firing. Exactly. Thank you. And it's just sort of this hint of this purple orchestration buzzing about, and then Tag just drops back into real world.
Okay. I think that we fade out on this scene, and it's a very somber evening, and there's probably a little bit of drinking that happens and a little bit of toasting that happens. Your guys' debriefing is the next morning, and I think... is there anything that you're going to want to do before your debriefing?
I don't know how successful I'll be at it, but yeah, probably.
Take a shower.
Sure. What do you got in mind, Rex?
Make a fake OSI device?
Fuck yeah.
All right, here's what we're going to do. I won't rush it then. We're not going to try and get to it tonight. We're going to just make a note because we will address that at the top of the next episode. We're going to have one last scene. The communicator rings, the little vid screen rings in Sam's office. And Jenny says, we got an encrypted number coming in.
Ooh, exciting.
Take it.
All right, I go over, put my feet on the desk, and turn on the vid screen.
It's Kale, and she says, congratulations.
Thank you.
From everything I hear, you've successfully captured my device.
And out of the, because I don't know how much Sam knows about what happened, so you just see me standing behind the vid screen going.
Your sources are correct.
Well, I've gone ahead and laid what groundwork I can for your debriefing tomorrow. And if you'll indulge me, I'm going to find that part of my notes. Yeah, I've sent word on ahead to make things a bit easier for all of you, but you are still expected to report for your debriefing. I've done a little digging, and my sources tell me that what they're going to be interested in most is any contact you've had with any entities which may or may not reside in this dimension, and any technology which may be used to travel between the two realms. Now, I don't have access to the docket, and not everyone on the board is my ally, so there may be some curveballs.
Well, our team is sharp, so I'm sure we'll be able to handle the curves.
Excellent. Would you mind terribly if I spoke with Rex?
She's asleep right now. Would you like me to take a message?
I'd like you to wake her up.
Have you met Rex?
Yes.
So
use a long stick.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
And Rex waves him off, and after a few beats, appears in front of the vid screen. We just had one of the worst days and hardest fights of our lives. So, can we keep this quick?
Have you been crying?
No, have you?
I have not.
I also have not.
Okay.
I was just rubbing sleep out of my eyes.
The board has no idea that you've been hired by me privately to obtain the OSI device.
That's
I would
probably for the
prefer.
best.
Exactly. Thank you. I would like to keep it that way. I will expect delivery of it, however, before you enter company HQ.
They're going to want proof that we have it.
They believe it has been destroyed.
I guess that makes that a little easier then, doesn't it?
I've kept all of your names out of any reports about the OSI device. You've been operating for me, not the company. That is something I would also like to keep to ourselves.
Understood.
As far as they know, in the attack on Ira's estate, the device was destroyed in the conflict between the Morellis, the Whitecoats, and those very strange men who were throwing cabbage around and insulting people.
Weird planet.
Agreed. I don't know what they're going to ask your friends, Rex, but they're interested in things that I hadn't anticipated.
Like what?
They've begun to investigate the bond between parallels and summoners. And suddenly their sights have turned towards Silva Celesso.
In what sense?
I don't know, but I don't like it. Something's happening, and the fact that I don't know what it is makes me extremely nervous. Someone has taken it upon themselves to operate outside of my purview. Someone is making moves, and I don't know who it is.
Thank you for telling me.
Yes. Of course. In exchange for your discretion, I will provide you with any knowledge I think will help you tomorrow. I have the rest of the evening to dig. When we make the handoff for the device, I will deliver whatever I can. Rex, she pulls a device out of her pocket that reminds you very much of the one that you have. And she clicks it a couple times. And she says, whatever it is you're planning, know this. I tried to use the OSI device. I did. Before Fittich stole it from me, I had experimented with its ability to grant those who used it power. And I paid for that. I have paid again with the life of my son. There was a time in which I would have used it, but I assure you, I only seek to destroy the device. I haven't gone straight. I wouldn't try and convince you that I have. I am the same Kale that you know. But I have no interest in the OSI device, nor do I wish it to fall into the hands of those who do.
I think we can destroy it.
I regrettably do not have the leverage in this situation that I wish that I did, but I would like to be certain of that. I believe I too have the resources to destroy it. If this is not agreeable to you, perhaps we could work together to accomplish this.
I don't know that I've ever heard you say the words work together before.
They tasted horrible. I expect to meet you before your debriefing tomorrow. I do not need confirmation before then, but I do expect to see you in the morning, and I will expect an answer one way or another. Are we clear?
Clear.
I'll see what else I can dig up.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. Click. Blackout.
And Rex.
Wait! The lights hold! The guy in the booth holds his finger poised above the button, but does not hit it yet.
Rex grabs the small metal trash can right next to Sam's desk and vomits the Chinese food directly into it. Blackout.
Oh.
I don't have anything to say.
God! Fuck, you big dumb bag of rocks!
How long, Casey, when did you know that was what was going to happen?
The second it happened.
Yeah, Casey, when the fuck did you know that's what was going to happen?
Like the second you said it?
The second we were talking in the face tape. I had no clue until then. Like, none at all.
Cool.
None at all. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was an extraordinary choice.
Yeah.
A real bummer, for sure. But really strong choice.
I absolutely didn't want it to happen and immediately was like, how can I undo what has just been done?
No, I think...
And I was like, yeah, you can't. That's why you feel this way.
Yeah, that's great. Wow, that's great.
It was just devastating, Casey.
Yeah.
It was perfect and beautiful and devastating.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I think I'm still upset about it, and I'll probably be upset about it all night.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I turned bright red and started like the tears were just pouring down my face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And again,
Maybe he'll appear in visions every once in a while. That'd be fine. Weirder things have happened.
yeah, it's that was crazy. It's just totally unexpected, totally guided by being with you guys and in the culmination of all the effort that went into that moment. And yeah, no predetermination, just
yeah.
I was like, Bryn rolled an 11. Sweet, cool. Sam's back. And then Casey did all that stuff.
You know it was the right move to make.
Yeah, I do, but I was just as fucking surprised as you guys. The only conversation Casey and I have had about this at all was like 6 weeks ago when Casey was like, wouldn't it be cool if we like pretended to kill Sam? And I was like, yeah, that would be kind of cool. And then that's it. I just knew that he kind of wanted it, so I kind of put it in there. Everything else, these stakes, 100% have been generated by you guys and Casey. All of the payment, all of the price, none of that was decided. That was fucking crazy. That was gutsy, man.
yeah. It's tough because I ended up like really loving that dude. So I really didn't.
We all loved him. That's why we like fell apart.
Yeah, it was a pure Puck choice. Like Casey was not like, oh, I should make that choice. Puck was like, oh, this is how you do that.
Oh, that's even worse, even more heartbreaking.
It was like, and I was just like, oh, okay, you jerk.
Yeah, Puck sucks. He's the worst.
Big dumb bag of rocks.
Yeah, big dumb bag of rocks. I love that. I feel like that should be the official Void Jumpers insult. Big dumb bag of rocks.
Bag of rocks. You can only tell the people you love. So the way that I see it is this: when Bryn died and Tag brought her back, I put a curse on Bryn, and I do not think that this is appropriate for what has happened to Sam.
Yeah.
But I do
Yeah.
think that
I said we paid a cost for that.
Yeah, I think so too, and so I don't mean it in the sense of a price. However, I feel like Casey making that decision is powerful enough that there will be some change. And I will spitball this with you before next session, Casey. I feel like it is worthy of an evolution of some sort. The price that you paid was so steep. I think it will have an impact on the story. In this instance,
we need Puck's twin brother, Muck.
Yeah. So there'll be something that happens.
Yeah. It definitely feels like I'll be interested in spitballing that with you very much. So there's just a lot of I don't know, emotion. Sometimes we just say things and
then they exist.
They're real. Yeah. That's the cool thing about this show. All right. What's our question?
It's one that I really like, actually. It is from Meta Voice. The question is, if you have your own coat of arms, what type of design would be on it?
Oh, shit.
Tacos.
Yep, that's true.
But just give us a little bit more, In what way are the tacos arranged?
Well, they're laid on beautiful fanned out lettuce leaves, and sitting inside them are delicious, I can't talk, crunchy tacos with a little bit of cheese and a little bit of sour cream and a little bit of hot ass salsa. They're like peeking out the sides, and they're sitting like this, and then there's two like this, and they're on a giant tub of sour cream.
I want tacos real bad. I want specifically Lisa's tacos right now.
Yeah.
If you guys, I don't know who in the audience has had Lisa's tacos, but they're a very, very specific creation, and sometimes you really just want Lisa's tacos.
I'm cooking them on stream a week from Saturday.
Well, I can't eat them on stream a week from Saturday. Fuck.
I'm dropping the ingredient list so you can cook along. You can learn how to make them.
Okay.
What about you, Connor? What's your coat of arms?
I feel like I'm into the wolves right now. I feel like we'd have a wolf on it.
Just give us a little bit more, man. Come on.
I don't know. I was like a friendly, sweet wolf who's cool.
Like one of those.
And
old
it's like a speech bubble, and it says something like really witty, like,
Sayonara.
Get him, got him. Whoopee.
Okay. And much like Puck's decision earlier, you've said it, so now it exists. And your coat of arms is a friendly-looking wolf with a speech bubble. Look, he's looking back at you, kind of like longingly, with a speech bubble that says, "Get it, got it, whoopee." And that's going to be emblazoned on all of your handkerchiefs and the bottom of your shoes and at the letterhead of all your stationery, and it'll be carved into your casket.
Oh, man. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good.
Trin?
Be careful, Trin. It's a trap.
I'm just imagining it's lots and lots of books, and they're all stacked higgledy-piggledy. So some of the towers of books are kind of leaning over, and I think there's some kind of figure amidst all these books, and I can't tell if the person is being slowly crushed by the books or is reading the books or both of those things are happening. It's probably both of those things.
It's probably like kind of like a Mona Lisa smile where
you can read
could
whatever
go
you
either
want
way.
into it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Can I spitball a little here?
go ahead.
I'm just gonna toss out some ideas. You can shoot them down if you want. But Tower of Books, it's kind of crumbling, falling. You think maybe like at one point an apple was set atop them because there's an apple kind of on the ground, 6 inches from the books.
Oh yeah, someone was having a snack and just kind of stuck it on
A
top.
snack, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And at the bottom, kind of like between a little stack of books, you just see this little snout like poking out, trying to get at the apple. Little pig snout.
Yep, definitely a little pig snout trying to get at the apple.
Okay, Casey?
I think it would be a triangle made out of a chainsaw, a rubber chicken, and an 80-hour work week.
Okay.
It's intense.
You met Casey?
Jesse?
I think mine would be a bouquet of flowers, but instead of blossoms on each of the flowers, they would just be spirals. And then there would be some novelty weapons kind of arrayed around them, like ninja
Nerf
weapons
guns?
like a Nerf gun.
Lawn darts?
Lawn darts, like a ninja weapon that somebody got at the weed store, so it's not combat worthy.
Nunchucks.
Nunchucks, like just kind of in a shape around this bouquet of spiral headed flowers.
A Zippo and a spray paint container together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
well, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the just take us out of here, Lisa.
Don't close the phone. Thank you so much for hanging out, you guys. This was awesome and deeply upsetting and lots of fun. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you, Mark Thomason, for doing all our tech behind the scenes camera voodoo wizardry that you do. We could not function without you. We really appreciate you. So, and for Mark. Yes. Thank you, Aaron Buman, for creating all our incredible graphics, our intro, our bumpers, the music that you hear, the music in between, like all of it. It's just so wonderful. You worked so hard on it, and we really appreciate you. So thank you, Aaron. Thank you to Mark Workey, our phenomenal mod, for doing more work than anyone should behind the scenes, writing stories, helping with the wiki, helping with the website, being amazing in chat. Thank you for the donations and for getting us towards a hack attack. I think that carries over. So, yeah, we're stacking.
It oughta.
Stacking the hack. Thank you so much, Mark. We adore you. Thank you, Zombie Orpheus, for hosting us on your Twitch and putting up with us. We've got thank you. Thank you, Thing, for the donations. I think it was Thing and Mark. Did I miss anyone? I don't think so. If I missed you, we love you and thank you so much. We've got, is Zoe Game Night going on tomorrow night? Okay, we got Zoe Game Night in the Discord. I believe they do Jackbox games, which is really, really fun. All you need is a phone, a tablet, something that you can write on. Or draw on, because there's a lot of drawing games, and an internet connection, Wi-Fi, whatever, and you can join. It's really fun. Check them out. Monday is I just almost called them the Incredibles. My brain is done. The Reliables, Zoe's brand new show. Super duper duper fun. And then we will be back next Wednesday with, I believe, our season finale at 6 p.m.
Bye, Puck.
Bye, Puck.